The Lord is thy shepherd, I shall not want. Him make an eye like down in a green pastures. Him leadeth I beside still water them. Him restoreth I soul. Him leadeth I in the path of righteousness for him name's sake. Yea! Though I rasta, I will walk through the valley of the shadow of death. I can't fear no evil. For thy rod and thy staff them comforted I and I. Unu prepared a table before I in the presence of my enemy them. Unu anointed I head with no oil. My cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy I go follow I all the days of I life. Me I go dwell in the house of the Lord God. Jah Kedemawe. This is the Black Pot, aka Kukushonamo, where we speak truth to power. Here we don't criticize, but if we must, it would only be on one condition: to build and not to destroy. That is why we keep saying we are in the service of God and country. This is the Black Pot, aka Kukushonamo, and here we speak truth to power. I remember here, we are not neutral. We have taken sides. The side of the truth. That is why we are affectionately called the headquarters of the truth. And my name, Black Rasta. Now in every traditional African home there is a black pot. And each time this black pot sits on the fire, there is something super sumptuous cooking. Ingredients of so many different types, shapes and sizes, aromas and even flavors. Put aside all their differences and relocate into the black pot, where they are subjected to some good amount of heating. At the end of the day, they produce sumptuous food in all its palatability, for the nourishment of the family in all its entirety. This is the Black Pot, aka Kukushodamo, and here we speak truth to power. And this is what we do here literally. We pick up ideas from all walks of life, all and sundry, the rank and file of our people, subject this to some crucial scrutiny. Right after that, we tease out the creme de la creme of all these ideas and use that for the nourishment of our people. The development of our people, our land. This is the headquarters of the truth, and the name remains Black Rasta. I'm excited to have you spread the word. We are here live on Facebook. We are also live on YouTube. Do me the honest. Spread the word. Spread the breakfast. Yes, it's been served already. Depending on where you are, you might be having breakfast right now. Some of you might be having supper right now. Some might be having lunch. Whatever it is. Time now to serve dinner from the Black Pot, the traditional African pot. Please share the broadcast. And if you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, it's time to do that. It takes only 1 second. Hit on the subscription button, and right after that, hit on the notification bell so that each time we are on, you would be reminded to watch us. This is the headquarters of the truth, and I am extra excited to be with you. Our numbers are scrolling on the screen. Pick up the numbers and do business with us. Maybe you want us to follow up on a story that is very dear to you. We are very good at that. We will keep your anonymity and follow up on the story and bring the creme de la creme of the story out for public consumption. This is the Black Pot, aka Kukushonamo, where we speak truth to power. I apologize for the late start of the show. We're just trying to gather a few more facts. You know, this is a factual show, a show of facts. Now we are ready and about to take off. One more time, please share the broadcast. Today we have 3 very important issues to look at, and I know you are more than ready. Come along. This is the address of the truth, and I am the carrier of the truth. Story number 1. Watch this. Sam George attacked over Abu Trica arrest. Woo! Now who is Sam George? Sam George is the Minister of Communications. Blah, 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 blah. He was born in January 1985, right there in Somenya. In fact, he has achieved one of the greatest feats when it comes to our parliamentary debacles and elections. My brother, my sister, you know who he defeated? He defeated a great politician in his constituency before he's been able to take over the whole place and get the full trust of the people in the area. This is Sam George. This is a guy who calls himself Jata. And Jata from the Akan simply means the lion. Now Sam George has been very vocal from when they were in opposition. And I'm talking about the NDC. When he speaks, he most of the time is a very good communicator. He's a man who has a lot of energy and power when he speaks. And he's so brilliant. I mean, he has a brain that is remarkably fresh and young. So he's able to imbibe almost everything that he requires to make a good communication. This is Sam Jata George. He defeated Sarah Mensah right down in his area there to be able to become MP of the place. Many were those who never gave him a dog's chance. He defeated a veteran politician like that and took over the place. His people in Ningo Pram Pram, where he's an MP, trust him a lot. Young as he is, they love the effervescence of his energy. When his energy starts effervescing, they see it like the Holy Spirit in action. This is Sam Jata George, and I like his youthful energy. We clashed once or twice in the past, a clash of ideas, nothing more than that, and that is good for intellectual discourse. Sam George came out and made a certain statement, and for a couple of days now, it looks like the internet in Ghana is buzzing hot. A lot of people are on the neck of Sam George. They are trying to suffocate him. What exactly did Sam George say? I'm going to be playing you that tape. But in the interim, there was a guy who was arrested. His name is Abu Trica. That is the name everybody knows. Abu Trica, the master trickster, who is also a wangster. This guy called Abu Trickster. He's all the way from Swedru, 27 years young. He's one of the guys who say they will not work, but they will just be interested in defrauding people. He is allegedly a fraud boy. In other words, he uses the wires to steal from people. And the FBI told us point blank that they suspect, after observing him and trailing him for so long, that he's been able to defraud American people of about $8 million American dollars in just 2 years. He's a man who owns cars, exorbitant cars. In fact, Cybertruck. He has a Lambo. He has this. I don't know cars too much, but this is Abu Trica. He was arrested right there inside Accra here on the Kofi Annan Street, airport residential area, in a building known as the Kass Towers, Kass Towers. That was where he was arrested, on the 4th floor, as we told you earlier. When many people told you he was arrested in Swedru, we have all the facts on our fingertips. A very young gentleman, 27 years. In 2 years, he was able to steal, allegedly, to the tune of $8 million American dollars. And the FBI, after observing him and trailing him for some time, realized that this guy was the culprit and sent a request to have the Ghanaian authorities release him for questioning and trial right there in America. Presently, as we speak, Abu Trica is in custody. His wife was also arrested, but the wife has been set free. In this edition, in fact, the FBI actually requested for 2 people, Abu Trica and another person. We would find out who this second person is and where this second person is. We'll bring you all the detail. But after the arrest of Abu Trica and 2 other accomplices allegedly, boom, Sam George made a statement and he was speaking to the press. This is the Minister of Communications. What did he say that is making Ghana talk? Watch this.
You realize that just yesterday, one of my agencies, the Cybersecurity Authority, picked up an individual who is supposed to be successful. There's no peace with that kind of success. And there are 3 more we're picking up in the next few days because we're cracking down on cybercrime. And so cybercrime does not pay. But education is the only thing nobody can take away from you. They can take all you have. They can take your cars, your houses away from you. But what you know and what you've learned cannot be taken away from you. And so education is the priceless gift that a child can get from their parents. And so I urge all the young kids to take their education serious. I am living proof that education pays. You understand me? And to our teachers, like I pointed out to them, I urge them to be patient with the kids. Today's children live in a difficult world. The distractions of the internet and technology is enough to take them away from the classroom. And so we need to give them, we have to be patient enough to give the children the impetus to stay in the classroom. You realize that just yesterday, one of my agencies, the Cybersecurity Authority, picked up an individual who is supposed to be successful. There's no peace with that kind of success. And there are 3 more we're picking up in the next few days because we're cracking down on cybercrime. And so cybercrime does not pay. But education is the only thing nobody can take away from you. They can take all you have. They can take your cars, your houses away from you. But what you know and what you've learned cannot be taken away from you. And so education is the priceless gift that a child can get from their parents. And so I urge all the young kids to take their education serious. I am living proof that education pays. You understand me? And to our teachers, like I pointed out to them, I urge them to be patient with the kids. Today's children live in a difficult world. The distractions of the internet and technology is enough to take them away from the classroom. And so we need to give them...
Well, the voice of Sam George, he's made a lot of sense. He's saying that the distractions of today's internet, the internet world, are enough to take almost every child away from the classroom. And it's true. Now on the internet now you can watch movies. On the internet now you can even go shopping. On the internet now you can make money. On the internet now you can have almost every form of entertainment. In my days it wasn't like that. In his days it wasn't like that. So he's saying that in the internet world right now, there are enough distractions to take away our children from the classroom. And he says that he is a living proof that education pays. He goes ahead to say an individual has been picked up, allegedly successful, but there is no peace with this kind of success. What has made some people angry is the fact that Sam George says 3 more people are going to be picked up. My brother, my sister. Now, after Sam George said this, dash him away. A lot of people have gone haywire on the internet. And it is very, very, very disgusting. First and foremost, there's a guy called Yando. And this Yando guy, Paul Yando, I am told his name is. He's a member of the defeated Npp party, the irresponsible party that destroyed Ghana for 8 solid years. With no shame, all these people still have the mouth to talk after their president led us into the abyss. Oblivion. Ghanaians have been hurt from the days when Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo ran helter-skelter looking for loans to saddle this nation, while his own cousin, Ken Ofori-Atta, benefited allegedly so much using his data bank as a conduit pipe. Paul Yando reacted to what Sam George said, and angrily he has held a lot of negative energy at St. George. Watch him.
Yeah, we no man from one to a Trica, Semuima, Ebehame Papa. Adentina, ye so interested. Say, Ghana ni, ye didn't be baffom, and we become happy. And come in Kabu, the ama make Kabi as I'm George or then I know about to Mubi. Our Casa Kenny Patribia, whatever count. Yasumon. What I said, near my Yasumon cry, who catches the data. Ayi Oslo uswa ma data yaba that's ene data nya sam ketwa me ba ketwa ni data ni twa no wan wo be bomani so me se nya me sam George o ja se akra no obo na ayi na ade ni twa no hu se ya me se nya izo ni data sa otimi that dia ni data o se me ko provide o ja se na wo hwe na ye niema na wi o so ya di DSTV o so ya wo si sei abutrika ya den Broni no tini chrome, you are interested, sir. Ube chigan and near commano. Na ye nipa wedi bone afa yesika onko fan from America home. How many days? Ubi sa OSPA, miwe, uko bisa Attorney General, miwe, and amude wada. But we are interested, they say, Ghana need a young fan abutrika wakobu obi punani. Obi awa hunyansa, ada broni ajini sikano. I don't know about anybody. Abai usikaira. What you say? Mama boy engine ni what is road row? Atima dada broni or tabroche. Mama say.
Look at the level of thinking of a guy like this. Absolutely idiotic. No common sense. Look at the level of thinking. Populist idiocy. Did you hear what he said? He said that Abu Trica, who was arrested, he was smart enough to use his brain to deceive and defraud white people. They should allow him to enjoy his wealth. He has done nothing wrong. He goes ahead to say that Ken Ofori-Atta, who was the finance minister of this nation, he stole from us allegedly, and up till now we have not been able to bring it back. How is this the white man's fault? We have taxed the OSP to get Ken Ofori-Atta. OSP sat down and watched, mouth agape, eyes shut like those of a rattlesnakes. And Ken Ofori-Atta walked out of the nation. How do you blame the white man for this? Only this week were they able to bring together two energies, one from the OSP and the other from the office of the Attorney General, in order to fix the legal documents properly, to send to America and demand the extradition of Ken Ofori-Atta. All this while we were making noise, they have sent something called extradition request to bring Ken Ofori-Atta back. There was nothing sent to anybody in America. They just sent it this week. The OSP wrote, and according to the office of the Attorney General, the OSP, headed by Kise Japing, wrote only English, no legal language. In other words, it was trash, and it was not good enough to have Ken Ofori-Atta extradited. For that matter, they had to come together, put away their egos, fixed their roofs, and present this document to the Americans in order for Ken Ofori-Atta to come back. How is that the problem of America? And I hear so many people crying left, right, and center, saying, you know what? The Americans don't want to send back our thief. Why should we send their thieves to them? No document was sent to the Americans till this week. They have done due diligence. They have followed their thieves for a very long time. They've been able to see what they are into. Now they have sent you a proper request. And the request demands that you even take them to court and give them the chance in Ghana to defend themselves before they are sent to America. How is that bad? Now, my brother, Now this country is running into some danger headlong. Nigeria has no respect anywhere in the world now. And I am so sad about that. Do you know why Nigerians jubilate when they are coming to Ghana? They go to the church to give offering. I was on the streets of Soweto when the xenophobic attack started. They were targeting Nigerians mostly before other African nations. If they realized that you were Nigerian, you were marked for instant death, humiliating death, sadly. And a lot of the reason was that because Nigeria already had a bad name from nothing but 419. Sakawa. We don't want this beautiful nation to go the way of Nigeria. Afrobeat came to help Nigeria raise its level to some point, and we are happy about it, but the tag of dishonesty is still lingering like an albatross. Yes, like an albatross around the necks of Nigerians. And we see people who are supposed to be communicators come out and support fraud and Sakawa because it's a populist agenda. Right now, it has become something like accepted that, oh, you can go ahead and do fraud. There's nothing wrong with that. Is that where we want to take the nation to? Instead of having the children in school, they are busily getting distracted by today's internet. Then they go into stealing. Cyber stealing. And it becomes a problem. He didn't end there. There's another guy called Abronye. And as for him, for a reason, I truly like him. I don't like Poliando, but I like Abronye. Sometimes you see people, the way they communicate, you intentionally, you feel like you don't like them. You won't hate them, but you just don't want to be their friend. But this guy Abronye has a lot to learn. He's so ignorant, Satan even applauds him. Yet I hear he has some education. Very ignorant, deadly ignorant. So sometimes when he speaks, I get some comic relief from his ignorance. And he's also a communicator like Poliando. Look at the level of communicators. How would your party that was in power succeed with this level of dunderheads that call themselves communicators? What can Abronye communicate? Can Abronye tell you how an egg becomes a fowl? Can he tell you how an egg becomes a chick? Does he know the difference between chicken and chick? This guy. And this is a communicator for NPP. No wonder they stole so much from us, cathedralizing us. Can I say it again? They stole so much from us, cathedralizing us. In the name of God that they claimed that they served. They went all the way to Israel and picked up a stone, flew in first class, brought it to Ghana and used it as a foundation to build a certain cathedral. What the heck? After stealing from us, they won't be quiet. They are encouraging the youth who are supposed to be the future to continue stealing. After all, Omuya Brofo. Can you imagine? Meanwhile, the shirt you are wearing is from the white man's country. The shoe you are wearing is from the white man. You cannot do anything without a white man. When we are even encouraging you to wear African print and eat and speak African, it's a problem. You are those who go out there to celebrate Christmas in America and England. Easter, you want to go all the way to Israel because that's where your God lives. You are not in the least Pan-African. Yet, you want to be stealing from the white man. What is Abronye saying? Abronye is blaming the boss of Ioku, Capo, the Tuti Capi, Raymond Archer, that he is the one reporting the young men around to be caught. Honestly, I would never have responded to Abronye. I deal with people who have a certain level of brains, not these headless jerks. No. But you see, when the nation descends so low to glorifying Sakawa and fraud, then people like Abronye become angels. They become so brainy. That's the level of the nation. He says the boss of Iyoko, whose duty it is to fight crime in the nation. His office is called Iyoko. Economic and organized crime office. Every year, $3 billion American dollars go down the drain via the conduit pipe of corruption in our country. And we say we want to seal these loopholes. Let the police stand up. No more bribes on the street. Right? People in the offices, no more bribes. We are all opening our eyes to fight bribery and let the country stand. Then you are glorifying fraud. Until this matter came, I didn't know Ghanaians were so much into fraud. Ah, I see people glorifying it. There's a gentleman that, in fact, I respect. He speaks Tree. And normally when he speaks, I will sit down there and listen to him and learn a few more Tree words. I heard him insulting Sam George, saying that he is not fit for any office because he is helping with the extradition of alleged criminals. Is Ghana a country that can stand on its 2 feet alone? 2 feet alone? Are we living on an island? We need to liaise with the rest of the world. Remember when Kwame Nkrumah told us the independence of Ghana is meaningless unless it is linked up with the total liberation of the whole of Africa. If you would have people move from other African countries because they have destroyed their countries with stealing and come and be here. If Abu Trica was a Nigerian, all these people would have clapped. Take him away. True or false? If Abu Trica, the master trickster who is a wangster, this boy called Abu Trickster, if he was a Nigerian called Omolade Jokpan, aka Cold Poppy, they would have applauded that it is good that he's arrested. But a Ghanaian doing the same crime is a problem. These days, what are we eating? Too much fast food and Maggi. The brains are not working. You see a little boy walk up on the internet and say, hey, it's you. Yeah, you don't have common sense. And you are wondering, they eat too much Maggi cubes. Too much fertilizer food. So the brains are not working anymore. They are glorifying theft. Yet these are the people who say they are religious. They go to church. They go to the mosque. They want to go to heaven with stolen money. Jesus have mercy. What is becoming of Ghana? Honestly, right now, I feel so terrible. As a Ghanaian, I don't know. Abronye says that Raymond Acha is the one who is helping the Americans catch these boys. And he will say fraudsters, alleged fraudsters and thieves. He says, Mrantieno, as if they are on an agenda to catch everyone who is a young guy. It is sad, my brother. Please let us stand together and rid our nation of these rodents. Don't glorify fraud. Hey, my brother, you are not a Nigerian, that is why. When you start traveling and when you start mentioning Ghana and people start running away or people start calling police on you, that is when you realize that, hey, don't let us destroy the name of our beautiful country. Today when you go to England, are you aware that Ghanaians in England are the most hard-working immigrants in that country? Not for 1 year, not for 2 years. For the past 7 years, Ghana leads in hard work. Nigeria leads in 419, even in the UK. So a lot of people don't want to talk to Nigerians. And some other nations. It hurts me as a Pan-Africanist saying this. But the truth is the truth. That is why Nigerians are looking for Ghanaian passports. They are changing their names from Olatunde to Kwame Mensah because they want acceptance. You want your country to go that way? You go to a shop in England to buy a product, and the moment you give out your card, they call the police first because they've seen a Nigerian name to be sure that you are not a fraudster. My brother, my sister, let us be careful. Abronye says Raymond Archer is the one who is making them catch these people. That when he sees a young man driving a luxurious car, which he couldn't even pronounce, it's a luxurious. And he's a guy, boy. So that is what it is. That they are catching the young boys driving the luxurious cars. The moment he sees somebody driving a luxurious car, he will call FBI. You think that's how FBI works? You think that's how so illiterate in their thinking. FBI doesn't work like that. Abronye. FBI is not a gossip mongering institution. Yes, gossips can help, but they will trail you for years, sometimes even up to 15 years. Have you heard of Amoatin's case? Amoatin, that guy. You remember Amoatin, who carried heroin, Parliament of Ghana, an MP. He carried cocaine, heroin all the way to America. You know what they did to him? They allowed him. He carried the cocaine, the heroin. They were watching him. He took it into the warehouse. They had the patience of a vulture. He put it in there. They didn't care. They came a day after when he went to inspect his loot. That was when they decided to dangle the handcuffs in front of him. And he wanted to play the diplomatic card. That's not how FBI works. Abronye, don't make your illiteracy so stinking that people will laugh at the country. FBI takes time to research. And even with that, you still have the chance to fight your case here and prove yourself. Raymond Archer has no power to tell FBI, come and arrest this person. No, sir. We don't do that. And he says that Blakk Rasta is on the payroll of Yoko. I will not tackle that. My brother, so that's Ghana for you. Nobody works for free. Nobody works for his nation for free. Nobody cleans the gutters for the nation for free. That's why bus top boys have become heroes. Nobody would see money that is left in a car by mistake and return it to the owner. When they do, they become heroes. Yet in some countries, it's natural inside their DNA. I see some lost money, I pick it up and take it to the police. But we, oh Lord, by the way this country is going, I want to applaud Sam George. Clamp down on this fraud. Clamp down on fraud. And sadly, I hear there are some pastors who are praying, calling people and praying for them, fraudsters, so they can steal more money from people. Where are we going? Are we safe? If we are not careful, the next Nigeria will be this country. All the work of Kwame Nkrumah will go down the drain. The Ghanaian hospitality, the way people love us, wherever we go and we mention that we are from Ghana, all the young ladies are screaming their hearts out for us. Soon, they will spank us with spatulas. They will spank us with rods. Let's be wise, brethren. To Raymond Archer, Capo, the Tutti Capi, keep doing your work. To Sam George and his deputies, Yoko and everyone who works there, congrats. The office of the Attorney General, love and respect. All those, the CID, the cybercrime unit, everybody, open your eyes. And youth, Africa is the most youthful continent. Don't get destroyed by the internet. Use the internet to learn, develop yourself, or else Honestly, what I saw in the last 2 days shocked me. You go on the internet and somebody has a camera on him, and a Wusam George, whom me say, and a papa say, and a Una Umechi, Mrante Wahano, Usi Yabechi, and Sasso account, Ada Usikano Maria, eh, Ada, Upapa Scano, hey. It's the Black Pot, aka Koko Shodomo, and here we speak truth to power. This is the headquarters of the truth, is the address of the truth, and by the truth alone we stand. When we return, we got more. Hey ya, hey yo, wayo, He's the Black Pot, aka Koko Shodomo. And here we speak truth to power. If you have not subscribed to this channel yet, it's time now to do that. Hit on the subscription button. It takes just 1 second. Right after that, you hit on the notification bell so that each time we are on, you will be reminded to watch us. This is the headquarters of the truth. Those who wouldn't like this channel will be those who are haters of the truth. Story number 2. Watch this. Ghana to hold Israel over bombed Ghana Airways plane in December 1968. After Kwame Nkrumah was overthrown, one of the VC-10 aeroplanes that made Ghana so illustrious and so beautiful, we are told, was bombed. Why was it bombed? What happened to that plane being bombed? At the time that the plane was bombed, a man who today is 77 years old, born in Accra, but originally coming from Lambousie, the first official spy of Ghana. He's 77 years now. His name is Kweku Bawene. This is Kweku Bawene. He's now retired since 2009 and is taking it easy. In fact, he remembered when the plane was bombed in 1968. 2 years after Kwame Nkrumah was overthrown, The plane, which was leased or loaned to the MEA, the Middle East Airlines, was stationed in Beirut, in Lebanon. A very beautiful plane. The NLC government, those guys who overthrew Kwame Nkrumah, Kotoka, Atta, and the rest of them, leased this plane to the MEA. Do we all remember Kotoka? Do we all remember Kotoka? This is Kotoka. E.K. Kotoka. He overthrew Nkrumah. And then also Atta and the rest of them. They leased the aeroplane to the MEA, the Middle East Airlines, and it was stationed in Beirut. At the time, the cost of this plane was 2.1 million pounds. My brother, my sister, and Israel was at war with Syria and Egypt. Israel would fly through Lebanon to throw bombs in Syria and fight Egypt as well. So Israel also dropped bombs on Lebanon and bombed one of our planes. And it cost 2.1 million pounds at the time. After the war, Ghana went ahead to ask for compensation. We were not part of this war. This was what happened. Lebanon, the MEA, the Middle East Airlines, you need to pay us some cash because we spent so much money to buy this plane. Now let us look at the facts of what happened to this airline. My brother, my sister, watch this. It says the 1968 Beirut airport raid. He said the most direct instance of a Ghanaian plane being destroyed in Lebanon occurred on December 28, 1968. Just around this month, in 1968. Now the aircraft was a Vickers Viscount 10, that's VC-10 jet, valued at approximately 3.6 million American dollars at the time and 2.1 million pounds. It was owned by the Ghanaian government and leased to the Middle East Airlines MEA. Now, the incident happened like this. Israeli commandos conducted a helicopter-borne raid on the Beirut International Airport in retaliation for an attack on an Al airliner in Athens earlier that year. Now, during the operation, Israeli forces destroyed 13, some sources if so say 14, commercial aircraft parked on the tarmac, including the Ghanaian-owned jet. And after that, what happened? No lives were lost in the airport raid, but it sparked a major diplomatic and legal dispute. The Ghanaian government sought repayment from Israel for the loss. Furthermore, a conflict arose, and this is where the problem is, with MEA, that is the Middle East Airlines, because the plane was not covered by war risk insurance. So it didn't have war insurance. So anything that happened during the war was gone, leading to a refusal by the airline to compensate Ghana based on the terms of their charter. Dash it away. From 1968. In the late 70s, Kweku Bawini, Ghana's first official spy for the country, who was based in Lebanon, decided to follow up. This was what he looked like. Ghana's first official spy. My brother, my sister, and this is what he looks like now. 1970, 2, all the way down to 78. He worked very hard, trying to get Israel and Lebanon to pay Ghana back the money. And you know what happened? The government at the time decided to shut him up. What happened? Later, a champion came in, IK champion, because he was told that Israel was ready to give loans. Israel and its affiliates would give loans to Ghana worth $100 million. They should forget about the small $3.6 million. Because that one, they will not get because the plane was not insured for war. So, the government told him to back down. He backed down. But he warned the government, this money, the loan will never come. And the loan never came. Today, my brother, my sister, we are told that some officials at the time had money changing hands. So they decided to push the airplane issue aside. Is Ghana today bringing up again the issue of the Ghana Airways plane that Kwame Nkrumah just acquired, fresh, but bombed and destroyed? Or have we forgotten about the plane for good? Will we begin to talk to the Israelis and the Lebanese to at least do the needful? Now, the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Samuel Okudzeto Ablakwa, it is our prayer that he would be able to follow up on this as we have drawn his attention to it. We were not part of the war. Yes, the plane was not insured for war. But can we come to a certain consensus and meet us halfway, especially that now Ghana has no national carrier? Ghana doesn't have Ghana Airways anymore. If we succeed in getting one plane, even one, from a collaboration of Lebanon and Israel, who destroyed our Ghana Airways plane VC-10 in the days, at least we would have one Ghana Airways plane, and that can have a multiplier effect. If you agree with me, tap on the like button. It's the Blakk Port, aka Kukushonemo. I want to say thank you so much to Kwakuba Winnie for reminding us of this story and for making attempts to have at least Israel and Lebanon become a bit accountable to us as a people. It's the Blakk Port, aka Kukushonemo, where we speak truth to power. When we return, we have a crazy story. Hey ya! Hey yo! Wayo!
Boy, Skipper George.
Blackpot. Coco show them.
It's the Black Pot, aka Kuku Shodemo. And here we speak truth to power. If you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, it's time to do that. It takes only 1 second. Hit on the subscription button and also hit on the notification bell so that each time we are on, you'll be reminded to watch us and keep your comments coming in. We're going to take the very first batch. And remember to keep your messages decent. All right? This is a very decent platform. We don't do politics. What we do is called patriotism. Right? This is the headquarters of the truth. And your messages can come via YouTube. They can also come via Facebook. And we are very ready for you. Our numbers are also scrolling on the screen. Pick up the numbers and do business with us. Maybe you want us to follow up on a certain story that is very dear to your heart. More than excited to do that. Okay? All right. So let's have your comments come in. Remember to send them via YouTube. They could also come via Facebook. Nana Ogun Powers says, Black Rasta, move of fire. Benazu says, it's time. Theophilus O2 says, good evening, Black Rasta. FT Adam says, it's the Black Pot where we speak truth to power. Kamshina Zay said, Black Rasta, more fire. My greetings to the spiritual president, Nana Obidiaba Accra. Okay? Okay? Love and respect. And make sure that the comments come in. Remember, they can come via Facebook. They can also come via YouTube. And we are most excited to read them. Ofoi Joseph says, more fire. Salifu Fadilu says, good evening, Black Rasta. Hi, how are you doing? Amwaku Dixon says, aka Kukushodemo. Sosu Alexander says, more fire. Franklin Safu says, good evening, boss. Sam George should watch the way he talks. Sometimes he sounds too arrogant. But on the issue of Abu Trica, I second him. Let's clean the system together. Okay. So, I mean, personal human traits, right? Yeah, some of the ministers, they speak as if, like that. That's what you're talking about. Remember that the people put you there. You must respect the people. Even if you speak normally, as your arms are like this, now when you are speaking to the people, at least for the few minutes there, give them the Ghanaian humility. I do agree with you. Sometimes, the way we carry ourselves, we might not be arrogant, we might be seen to be arrogant. Right? AgriCap TV says, Black Rasta, you're doing a great job. Jason Strapp says, more fire. Bra Abdul says, I like listening to Black Rasta, but he's arrogant. Me? Oh, really? Wow. You are the first person I'm hearing say that I'm arrogant. Well, okay. Wow. How many more people think Black Rasta is arrogant? Yes, if a lot of you agree that I'm arrogant, then I have to work on my arrogance. I thought people said I was the most humble. Bra Abdul, are you watching us for the first time? Is that the feeling you are getting? That Black Rasta is arrogant? Or maybe you're talking about something else and I couldn't get you. Bismarck Atta says, fire, yeah. Gibring Caesar says, some rich men are here watching the poor man. Lord. I know what you mean. Agreshi Victor says, fire, yabu, fire. Okay. It is what it is. I mean, this is the platform where, we talk about patriotism. You understand? So Ras Ziggy says, greetings, Prof. I like the way you spoke about Shatta yesterday, but I think you're a bit personal in your presentation. Please, if you have a problem with him, try and forgive him. I know you have helped him on several occasions. You are Rastafari. Respect and honor. So if I have people come out and tell me this, why not? It's good to turn back and see if the road is curved or not. We've always done that. We don't rebuff your comments. See? Arafat Ramos Imoro says, Salam alaikum, Black Rasta. The way you fire Shatta Wale, please fire them one the same way, cause is Owen. Okay, that's what you wanted to say. Thousands. You see, it's true. I have people say, yeah, why are you not talking about Namwan? I honestly don't know what I'm going to say about Namwan. He's in Ghana. He's been going to the court. He started paying people. His business was collapsed by the state. So I honestly don't know what I can say about Namwan. Namwan traveled to Dubai to go and collect his money that the people said he didn't have. The deputy attorney general at the time followed him to Dubai, came back to Ghana, and told the media people that Nam1 really had money, that he was not doing fraud. You all heard him. Now he's going to court. When the state did not come to disturb his business, he was paying everybody. All of a sudden, oh, he's a fraudster. But he was able to prove that legally he sold gold to some people in Dubai. So honestly, I don't know what to say negative about Nam1. Maybe after I left, Nam1 started doing fraud. But whilst I was there for the 4 months or so that I worked with Nam1 before he was arrested, I didn't see any fraud. If you have proof of fraud, let me know. And you know how we do it. You see Blakk Rasta supporting somebody. Then you see all of a sudden I come and I am against the person. And you've seen it several times. Hey, anytime we see the truth, the light, we would apologize for being in the dark and follow the truth. You know that we do it every time. How many people have we supported in the past? Then we came back to say, hey, no, this guy, Dabi. And it's not personal. It's just that the philosophy changed. You know that, right? Joe D.K. Quist says, I am already waiting to hear the truth from the hub of truth. Thank you so much. More comments coming in. And remember, they could come via Facebook. We also welcome your comments via YouTube. Okay? So we have Franklin Safo says, I don't like how I am getting addicted to this program. How can I be making love to my sweetheart and be looking at my wall clock to see if it's time for the black pot? Respect Blakk. Salute of Patriot. The truth would always win. That is what you are getting here. And we are happy to have you as a family member. Here, you are not fans. No. We are family members. We are patriots. We are patriots. And you know we've always called you family members, not fans. Kuchoko soldiers are not Blakk Rasta fans. No. They are people who are patriots and follow the philosophy of Kwame Nkrumah and our great African leaders. It's not about me. They might be named after Kuchoko, but the bigger picture, we've always made it clear, is not a music group. And today, we have the office of the Patriot. Farouk Mohammed, all the way in the UK, says no scammers here. Please, youth, stay away from scam. It's sad. You might make the money, then end up in jail and return with some sickness and some frustration. You might end up even committing suicide. Thomas Compra is watching. And Conscious Agbemenu Aosu says, fire, yabu, fire. Jochi Paul says, greetings, Blakk, my beloved mentor. Keep spitting fire on negativities till Jah Almighty in heaven calls you, and I believe you will certainly be accepted in Jah's arms in his mighty name. And Conscious Agbemenu Aosu says, share. Conscious, how are you doing? Long time no see. Maxwell Kokroko Komla says, Blakk Rasta, you are an ardent statesman. Salute of patriotism. You have to train more people like you. We've been doing it in the past and we'll keep doing it. It's all about Ghana. Nobody is bigger than Ghana. Yeah? Yeah. Okay. So we have Osmanu, Abdul Rauf Osmanu, and he says, Blakk Rasta, the best journalist in Ghana. Bra Abdul says, Sam George is so full of himself. Okay, this is the second time I'm seeing this comment. Maybe we have to talk to him about the way he talks and carries himself. Maybe. Okay? Yeah, we are all work in progress, isn't it? Nana Kwesia Sari says, in which country does that education pay? This is a big question. Sam George said education pays. And he's asking a sarcastic question. In which country? There are a lot of graduates on the streets who don't get employment. That's what he's saying. But Nana Kwesi, I agree with you. But let me also say something. Education is not all about employment. It's also about you navigating your roots. I was speaking with a friend yesterday and he told me that he regretted doing music. Now he's gotten a certain profession that he's enjoying. I don't want to say it. You guys will know who I'm talking about. But he told me that the person who paid his fees to achieve the new feat that is making him big now, he got to meet the person through the music. There's nothing that happens in our life that's a mistake. Today, hey, you might fall sick and you blame your sickness for delaying you for 1 year. Maybe through the sickness you met a certain nurse who is now your wife. Maybe through that sickness you became so influenced, so attracted to the medical profession, and you are now a doctor. So the sickness helped. Nothing in life is by chance. So education is not all about employment. When you go to America, there are professors who are not teaching in schools, but they have their personal things that they are doing. There are people I know in America and England who go to school and they don't even take a degree. They just want the knowledge. They don't want a paper to show that, hey, I have this. No. The degree is in the head. But here, we can debate this further. Bill Evans says, Bra Abdul, you don't understand English or what? No. Well, okay. He's responding to Abdul. Okay. And then Oguyemi Prince says, good evening, Black Rasta, watching you live from Abuso Kai. More fire. Yeah. Oguyemi Prince. Powerful name. Nana Kwesi Asari said, which sense was he making? So you know the numbers of graduates that are home? Well. So you see, he's come to say the same thing here. More expanded. It's not all about employment. Employment is good. But I wouldn't go to school because I want employment. That was the mistake we made. Nana Kwesi, I'm telling you, when we were going to school in those days, say, course where they say, we are when you may be on you. That be any jumantin me course no. When you may be on now company ben na before juma. Me sua course no. Na me ama ko be juma na ma fan crofo. We don't think like that in Africa anymore. We are thinking about finish and a company calls us to employ. No, we are going to school to be our own bosses. You get it? So let's start thinking like that. Bra Abdul says, do you understand? Oh, please, relax on the insults, I beg you. Bernard Ofori says, Black Rasta, move of fire. Yeah, you can have a beautiful discourse without the insults. Yeah, this one says this, you say that makes us matured. Those other platforms where Adwoa Safo have become the order of the day, even if they are talking sense, people still want to say Adwoa Safo before the program ends. It's sad. So please don't do that. Gaza Gas says, Bra Abdul, so you should go and steal people's sweat? That's a genuine question. Emmanuel Esandro says, please, since education pays, then they should recruit the distance education student, please. So from now, let's think about employment. Me, I studied land economy in school. I hate it when I have to use myself. I don't want to mention the other things. So it doesn't look like I'm blowing my, no. But I'm not a land economist, though I am a land economist on paper. Sometimes when I have a piece of land to value, I call my mates from school. I could value it myself. I know how to do it. But I am my own boss talking to my great family. I am my own boss when I feel that, oh, wow, I have these wonderful people here. And I can shape in their lives. We can shape in each other's lives and move together. Sometimes the passion to see the nation grow at a fast rate might make us come giddy, hot and rough. But at the end of it, it is for a good reason. You get it? Gaza says, Bra Abdul, so you should go and steal people's sweat. And Emmanuel Esandro says, well, since education, blah, blah, blah. And Sumaila Mohammed, we have bad something else because it was, don't do that. We don't want to take you out. If you come in with insults, you're going to pollute the platform. You are a rodent. We will take you out. You get it? Okay. So Bra Abdul said they also stole from our ancestors. No, two wrongs don't make it right. If you do this, and they start doing it to us, we will go and beg them. You are those who want to go there. Please, let's relax. Mark Upham Jr. says, this Paul guy is crazy. Black Rasta, please don't entertain this moron. He lacks common sense and he's so ... Bismarck Atta says, yes, fire. Hardcore lyrics says, Black, keep the fire ablaze. Kobe Money says, Ghana needs your good work, Black Rasta. Okay? And then Majid Carlos says, you are always insulting people in English. But when people insult you in the local dialect, then you want to call them names. How different are you from them? Or you think English insult will be insult? You'll be big time from Fula. I don't know who this comment is for. We don't insult people. Every insult is an insult, whether it's in Japanese or Chinese. Even if you speak Urdu and it's an insult, it's an insult. Insult has no cover. I do understand that there are some insults that mean differently in different cultures. For instance, in America, I've seen children tell their mothers, Mom, you're so foolish. Mom, you're a fool. And they slap each other's hands and laugh. Here, can you say that to your father? Papa, we are going to say, ha! Hell will break loose. I do understand that. Blueprint DSS, bunch of hypocrites and illiterates in the NPP. I pity the NPP. The party has a very long way to go. Brad Abdul says, I can see hate in Black Rasta's eyes. Hate for who? The fraud boys? If that is that, I don't hate people. I hate characters, not people. If there's a thief, I don't hate the thief. He could change. But I hate thievery. It is said that hate the act, not the actor. Kai, what a thing. Anyway, it's the Black Pot, aka Kukushonomo. We shall take the second batch of your comments right after this one. And this thing we're about to look at is very sensitive. Very, very sensitive. Be warned. Be warned. Share the broadcast. Story number 3. Watch this. Kaya Jeme. Adwoa Safo angry over Npp Whóre label. You know who a whore is, right? A whore is a woman who sleeps with different men. A whore might just be sleeping with different men. Today I chanced upon a tape and it broke my heart. It was so terrible. It was a tape that came from a man that I've known in the past. In fact, he's called Alex Kwekutete. I've known him along the corridors of Kennedy, Japan. This gentleman, he founded a certain trade organization, and he's a man that I've met before. I respect him a lot. He granted an interview to our sister station, Onuya, and I chanced upon the tape, and it blew my mind. In the tape, he was reacting to Kennedy, Japan. His baby mother, Adwoa Safo, saying some things against Kennedy, Japan. Things like, I don't want Kennedy, Japan to become president because if he does, my ambition, personal ambition as a politician would die. If my CV falls on his table for consideration for a ministerial position, he would not do it because he's a man who would not deal with family and friends. He won't do it. So I have decided to throw my support for Bawumia. And many people criticize this. She went so personal. In fact, you could see on her face that she was very bitter. And when Kennedy Japan spoke, he said she is bitter because I refused to support her in the last elections because of her attitude. This woman left the Ministry of Gender, Women and Social Welfare and Children and went and stayed in America for 2 years on an AWOL. She left her constituency and refused to go to the constituency for 2 years. No excuse. Her child was sick and she had gone to America. We saw her on TikTok dancing, you know, and her accent all of a sudden changed. Party became party. Water became water. You know, university became university. And Ghanaians were shocked. Her own constituency that hadn't seen her for 2 years wondered if this was a clone of Sarah Adwoa Safo or the real one. Then there was time for them to come and vote for a certain demonic e-levy. And it was a hung parliament, so they needed her. She demanded that she be made the deputy majority leader in parliament, or else she would not come and vote. At the time, it was Alexander Afenyo Marking. According to Kennedy Japan, she demanded that Afenyo Marking be removed so that she would come and take over that post as the deputy majority speaker in parliament, or else she would not vote. 2, she demanded that she be flown via a private jet, 100% luxurious in the west of Abronya, Losorios, or else she would not come. So they flew her like a queen, packed her fidelity account with cash, because the queen of Madabala Bay was coming home. And when she came, she refused to go to the parliament, according to Kennedy Japan. And the chief of staff, Akosua Freeman, had to follow her up. She went through a lot. We don't want to sound like a broken record. She finally appeared at the Parliament House in a police convoy. At the time, I was told Bagbin was tired, Speaker of Parliament, and they couldn't vote. Well, e-levy was done, and she had to fly back to America. She demanded that she be flown again in a private jet. My brother, my sister. And what happened? Private jet. Kennedy got angry and called her useless, that she didn't have a good training, and so on and so forth. And she kept it inside her. There's a lot between Kennedy and the baby mother. And they fell apart. They have 2 children. Now, this man who is supposed to be in the camp of Kennedy Japan, Alex Kwekutete, granted an interview to my sister station. And again, I must warn you, it's not too pleasant. Listen to what he said. Watch this. His name is Alex Kweku Tete. My brother, my sister, and in that tape, he's talking about how Adwoa Safo was sleeping with different men in the NPP. He didn't end there. He mentioned names. The interviewer was trying to stop him, but he was on a total rampage. Mentioned people, including the late Sir John, who was the forestry boss, who stole our land and died and went to hell, buried there at Wono. This man said that he had succeeded in going to bed with Kennedy Japan. And Kennedy Japan, I beg your pardon, with Sir John. And Kennedy Japan heard it and approached him, and it became a big fight. They had gone for a delegates whatever in Tamale. For that matter, Kennedy Japan decided to sponsor the opponent of Sir John, and Sir John lost. That was the year Sir John said, fear delegates. Kennedy intentionally supported the opposite side because he allegedly slept with his baby mother. He mentioned some other names that I cannot mention. I'm trying to get the tape ready. We tried to do some editing. But before I came into the studio, I spoke with Alex Kwekutete. But first, let's listen to him in the original tape, the interview he granted on Onua. Watch this.
Adwoa Safo se oni obi ma yem de be kai na se ye ko temale ujaa ne ho ma Sir John na Sir John ne dai ye kai yem kai na no am kekan sam njo wa otie yewura ekofuado oni Adwoa Safo ada ba o mi oni Adwoa Safo ada Sir John di se mo no wasan so ni na bu akoda
Alex miso
oni mi sama me Adwoa Safo no awaye awo original platforms no kasa
Alex
madam enkofa we ma na Adwoa Safo ano onu ni ho ofin dado ni ho ye nyan oye onye so sen ko ba bonten kasa o papa wu o papa ye respect no o papa ndi din na da ni sunti ye kan bibia fa no ho ana ya ye we kakra
Adwoa Safo se ebi akopre ko be president ono the ambition as a ebi open minister di ekoto kan animu a wonye because enkrofo be feel say a family and friends it's because you nipa kan so me o mada
political career when enkrofo did when people nim bebre o gina platform so no mo sire no me wo ba o me ba ni me ka ho ne nam ye gina platform so a ne enkrofo say ya mema de won say sa na etie ye mema.
We are talking about competence here. Any relationship, Alex.
We nam wo sisi wo ye wo media juma minti min nya mema mienu mi ensa be ka de omza beto no so e de asem na wo kan
say competence asem ne ye kan say bia nipa
competence ne minister waja wo minister of state what me aja wo position ato 2 years na wo tikure wa kotna baby na ye fro the chief of staff your constitution is the hands of the president. Oni wo kasa obi ane wo kasa o papa mu a o papa na ni mu ye du okroma. Madam, jaja sama o kan.
Alex, but Adwoa came out to explain the issues and why she left the country. Now, or today mu say nya no kore da, say chief of staff. Obetimi abu na nimtia, ne ma me free ma.
Festival, dia obi ani hu ye. E na wo kan. Na compre konsu chire mu say ye kai private jet e de ma Adwoa de baye
o say anya no kure
anya no kure nti wo fin say wo ti kroma de na Kennedy aka wo hu ni say ye ntroda onima asembe na wokin nti wo person chem so Adwoa Safo di chen a compre because of say we obantiana
there be Adwoa Safo na eka say asema akobra ko be kan anya no kure
credibility wo kroma me kan wonte Adwoa Npp more credibility on impenifu nyina de detiti Adwoa ye obi Adwoa but na okay ni papa wu na sampe ni nua be ma pa ma me send video ma o producer Adwoa ko hai me bi so mu koku ni nua no e ma video me kra me di video na
Alex, wait allegation it probably might not be here
Ghana police who we are trainer me na post wo me page e dey attack Ghana.
Well, you heard him. The interviewer, my colleague at Onua FM, tried to stop him, but he was on a full rampage. He mentioned names. And he also said that he attacked the Ghana police on an allegation of a murder attempt. So I called Alex Kwekutete. And I said, Alex, I had a tape that you put out and I want to do an interview with you quickly. He said, Black RASTA, I said, I want to start recording you. He said, I've been told not to talk about this issue again. Kennedy Japan's wife has told me not to speak against it, about it again. We should leave it there. But because it is you, I will speak with you. But my brother, after recording the thing, I wouldn't dare play it. Expletives. This is a little joke. He mentioned more names, more allegations. And I told him, Alex, I am told that Adwoa Safo, who herself is a lawyer, is very angry and she's getting ready to litigate. He told me, okay, let us go there. She would hear sounds. That's the word he used. She would hear sounds. Sounds? Said, yes, sounds. So to play the devil's advocate, I asked, if they ask you in court to prove this, how are you going to prove it? He said, when we get there, we shall cross. But he ended up telling me that he has a way of proving whatever he has said. My brother, my sister, in that tape, he said Adwoa Safo had slept with so many different men in the NPP, including, both boss and deputy. And Kennedy Japan is aware. And that when she goes on stage to campaign for the NPP, people start laughing at her. Because the people standing there have all eaten from her pot. It is sad that a woman will be talked about like that. I honestly feel very bad. I'm not a fan of Adwoa Safo. She's still my sister. And I don't want her to go through this humiliation. Now, this guy is from the camp of Kennedy Japan. How does Kennedy Japan feel that he has 2 children with this woman and somebody from his camp is dehumanizing her like this? How will the children feel that their mother is being talked about like this by a supporter of their father? So I posed the question. And Alex told me, Kennedy knows more than I know. So this is nothing to him. I said, wow. Now, it will be so unfair to listen to one side and not listen to the other side. Though I am not a fan of Adwoa Safo, we are telling her story. So we have to be able to listen to her. Her number that I know, I placed a call to her. It said it's not in use anymore. I was not able to get the current number in use. That's if she has one. But I promise you, we'll get back to her and see what we can do about this. My brother, my sister, it's the Black Pot, aka Kukushonemo. And here we speak truth to power. Please, I know that the heat of the campaign for the primaries is here. But let us be very circumspect in what we say. There are things that we will say that can never be taken back. For me, it is more than just a slander to talk about a woman in this way, even if it was true. And this is a party that is going for an election, the primaries. It's so distasteful, and we have to be careful. I am happy Kennedy Japan's wife stepped in and said, please don't talk about this issue again. Let it slide. It's not every fact we put out. There are some facts that destroy rather than make. That's why we say we criticize to build and not to destroy. There are some criticisms that we could make that will destroy. We never make those. When you see us criticize, then our aim is to build, not to destroy. It's the Black Pot. aka Kokoshonemo. And here we speak truth to power. Is Adwoa Safo truly angry? Is she going to court? How is this going to pan out? We will get her to speak to this. It's the Blakk Pot, aka Kokoshonemo. And here we speak truth to power. Let's see your final comments. And we are out of here in the voice of KSM. Love and respect. Yadomo says, good evening, my professor. Move of Fire Rap Thunder says, welcome, legendary Blakk. Divine Echo says, teach us. Luis 10 clue says, welcome, professor. Quack special prosecutor says, fire, yabu, fire. Luis Oklu says, fire, today. Schema Media says, greetings, Black Rasta. Royal Link 1 says, Blakk, what is the update on the Adwoa Safo case? We gave you an update a few days ago. So we are waiting for them to go to court again. And that case is almost done. Isn't it, my brother? I say we are catching all the alleged criminals. If we can catch Adwoa, then we can catch Trica. All of them. Even me. If I steal somebody's penny, they will come for me. I'm not bigger than Ghana, am I? Stephen Jackson says, why we are live in the Thursday class. Good evening to you, Mr. Black Rasta, and I hope you're doing well, sir. And of course, I am doing well. Whatever, Ghana says, how is Sam George 40 years? These politicians, are you saying it's football age? Oh, but I think he looks young. 85. 40. Okay. The last time I saw him with some gray hair. But still, some people gray early. You know that, right? Okay. So King Zygon says, I'm in class, Professor. Good evening, and hope you're doing well. Neado Nani. Am I right? Neado. And he says, Black Rasta, more fire. And Halima Seidu Ayongo. Beautiful name. Uncle Blakk. I don't know why. I think you omitted no, but you have not talked about the Boku mediation. Hey, sister, at this time, that's why I say we criticize to build. At this time, my sister, at this time, it's a very dicey issue. Very dicey. We are praying that there will be peace and justice in the area. That's all I can say. I believe that the Asantehene would be able to fix things like he did in the past. It is a dicey issue. Sacha Emmanuel says, Godfather Blakk, don't let any small being on earth born by a woman put fear in you and intimidate you. Don't allow that. Keep speaking truth to power. Governor, you know that we are beyond that, right? We are beyond that. We have survived all this while by his grace. It's not now that he's going to put us down. Unless our work is over. No way. You know that. All those pretending they don't know who Black Rasta is. They don't know what we do. They are just joking. We've been like this from the start. I've never changed. Have I? Never changed. That is why when people like Abronya say, and they are giving him some money every month, people laugh at them. People laugh at them. Anyway, but you see, I like Abronya for some reason. Maybe one of these days I'll catch him and take him to lunch. Then I'll sit with him and knock his head and say, hey, whoa. Next time, I make sure. And he will listen to me. Greetings to you, Blakk. We are live. Warrior JDSGH. And then Eric Taylor says, I sata. Kadamawe Grumabe Taylor. Raymond Agirima says, I know you are a Northerner like me. But would it be appropriate for someone to address your wife as a Dagomba slave queen? Or would it be proud for someone to address your mother as a Dagomba slave queen? Oh, yes. Yes. Did you listen to the tape? she received it and she's happy about it. Apart from being a Northerner, I'm a powerful Pan-Africanist. I want people to be proud of their beginnings. Oh, Ashanti slave queen. Slave queen is not a prostitute. No, slave, we explained to you. Slave means to, you understand, to model, to walk in pomp and pride. You understand? It is just in this country that we have tried to give slave queen a setting. If I had said Fulani queen, you would have been cool. Slay queen becomes a problem. Slay is to slay, like, you know how we model? Like that. In my days, we used to call it knobbing. Knobbing. It is knob. That kind of thing. That's slaying. Samira doesn't have a problem with this. She likes it. Listen to the content. It's in praise of her. Brilliant, sharp. Take that out and put Dagomba there. It will match. Dagomba slay queen. Oh, brilliant woman. She was born in Tamale. She went to school at Damasco. And then she did this, she did this, she did that, she did that. And when she comes out, she dresses to kill. She slays. This is the Dagomba slay queen. There's nothing wrong with that. If she tells me she's not happy with it, we'll take it down. But she likes it. She saw it, she likes it. And she wants to answer the questions that we posed in the thing. Remember, she's a young girl. She's not 80 years. Excuse my language. Where it will be like she doesn't understand modern terms now. I hope you understand. I hope I'm not being, against 80-year-old people. Now, so my brother, it is cool. It's not a problem. We chose it very, very beautifully. I love my African ethnicity, my background. I love my African people. The Ashanti king, Ashanti queen, Ashanti slave queen, Ashanti slave king. If I had said slave king, I am sure many people would have accepted it. So this is the first time we are hearing this though. But she's okay. Raymond, there's no problem. If not, why did you address Her Excellency Samira as a Fulani slave queen? I think we answered it. It's not meant to be derogatory. I love her. I've never said anything bad. Anytime anything comes out against her, we are first to defend. We love women. And she loves me. That woman there, she loves me bad. She loves me. I can't tell you much more than this. Okay? So JDSGH says, and people who are offended by that, please, don't get offended. Don't. It's not supposed to be. Check the word slay, what it means. Okay? All right, so it's not a problem. JDSGH says, Blakk, speak truth to power. Nobody is bigger than the truth. All right? More comments coming in. Samuel Sunday says, good evening, Blakk Empire Media. Reverend Kusibuatin's case is the worst in all the stealing cases in the era of the NPP. Holding and possessing 2 Ghanaian identities and having 2 mothers. Shame. All right. Whitney Clan. All right. Says, so Efua Nash has spent 5K today. Hey, who's Efua Nash? Well, 5K. Or maybe you're on the wrong platform. Samuel Sunday says, great man of patriotism, keep speaking truth to power. Nana Addo and Ken Ofori-Atta did all the stealing together. Yadobo says, some of our leaders don't think about the futurity, I like that, of our dear nation. Only their stomach and party they think about. Very low IQ. Majid Carlos says, nobody is supporting Sakawa. We just want to see politicians dealing with the corrupt politicians ruthlessly, just as they do to common citizens. I agree with you. I like that. Hey, crime is crime. It has to be dealt with everywhere. Majid Tikuma say Tikuma. Ibrahim Majid Tikuma. Tikuma means dry trees. Blakk Rasta, what is your new music title? The album is called Salaga Soldier. Salaga, S-A-L-A-G-A. Soldier is S-O-L-J-A-H spelling. you know, and it has 20 tracks on the album. It starts with Sodom and Gomorrah. Let the fire come, Uja, Kokono, fire, fire, fire. Let the fire come on Sodom and Gomorrah. It comes with a beautiful video. And then 20 songs, right? Go check it out. You'll love it. You'll love it. Beautiful album. Ogunyami. Prince says, Black Rasta, all the NPP communicators, you know. Ahmed Lukman says, Abronye part weak me. Abronye. For a reason, I like him. Because I listen to him and he's trying, like, you know, how people struggle to make sense. Remona Chano, only Black Rasta no, onu Remona Chano, ona black Rasta no ska. Rebia na kokojiska. Who can say nimu? Like because when you cancer of the throat, cancer of the esophagus. Yabutre popi, yabutre wate. Yabutre ebeye cool down. Arafat Ramos Imoro says some of our so-called ministers are worse than the Sakawa people. I agree with you. But that doesn't mean we can't go after the Sakawa people. We still will go after them. Pat Awo says, hello, Black Rasta. Hello, Pat. How you doing? Love and respect. Obie Ajima and Corey says cathedralization. You like the word, right? You like it? Okay. My brother, my sister. Thank you. Fatima Antiaye says Ahmed Lukman. And he's laughing like a killer. Keep laughing. Fatima. All right. Abdul Salam Ibrahim Kere says Black Rasta. Okay. And who is this? Garba Audu says more fire. Mark Apam Jr. says Shatawale is watching with fake accounts. Very soon. Shatawale is a nice guy. I like him, honestly. When he gets angry, you know, it's sweet sometimes. You know, the way he used to tease Samini and insult Samini, say everything to Samini. Samini would not mind him. Later when he made it, he said, you Samini, when I was teasing you and insulting you so that you to insult me back and me too I go rise, you know they do that. Now they come to me say, make we do collaboration. You be wicked, man. So all the things I said about Samini, they were not true. Me, I just want to make you respond, make me too and make big say, yeah. Sir. He's a nice guy, to be honest with you. And unfortunately, one or two of you said we envy him. Go back to the tapes when he filled the Liberty, what's it called, Independence Square. Look at the tape we did. Heavy. The diplomatic passport issue. People cut it all over the place and heavy. Wicked. When he moves and makes things, we bring out. And when he makes mistakes too, we have to talk about that. So you envy him. Is it because I'm a musician and a journalist at the same time? So I can't talk about musicians? How can we move forward? In Ghana for. How can we move forward? Because I'm a musician, he's also a musician, so I shouldn't criticize him. I went to see a Ugandan pastor and I told him that I'm broke, I don't have money, I'm dying. Because somebody has money, I'm envying him. Oh, Ghana for. What kind of... Anyway, we will learn. We are all in the classroom. We are all work in progress. Brado says, Mark Apam Jr., very soon they will pick up. Abdul. Again, this is a place where there's decorum. I like you. I know that soon they're going to pick up the good vibes. The way you are going is cool. Because there are some people we have removed. Because they are not ready to be decorous. You, I know you will with time. Kofiche Dela Dem Nyavo says scam destroyed Nigeria economy. That's true. Kamil NDC say may Allah guide you well and protect you from Mother Ghana and Dagbon because you are so emotional about those guys trying to destroy the nation. Thank you for seeing the emotions. No father gives birth to a child and prays that he will be a Sakawa boy. Dabi. No matter how much money you give to your father as a Sakawa boy, his prayer in the darkness when you are asleep is that, God, take my son out of this and make him a better person. If I'm lying, tell me I'm lying. No father will pray, my Father, Ya Allah, Diananga me Sakawanga, Kakara Mishi, karfin da ya yi sakawan samu kudi. Oi ya Allah, oi ya Allah, diyanan ga sarkin sakawan ga, wallahi ya Allah ka kara mishi kudin sakawa. Allah na rokonka ban so a kama shi. Ya Allah, or maybe he speaks the bari. Oi mbi won, oi mbi so mun de sakawan won. Unku sur la Adwoa na unku pamo lagre sakawan lagre won. Kupamo la lagrama de chabu gbago woy bi gbago ni cheyalane nkula de bendirugo. No, they will say, Father, Ya Allah, deliver him from Sakawa so he can follow your way. If I'm lying, tell me I'm lying. Wisdom Sility Martinson says Mark Upham Jr. Relax. Majid Carlos says, is fraud the only problem we are facing? If we want to deal with crime, then let's start from that. Oh, Majid, are you joining us for the first time? Look at all the crime that has been fought. Komnaidu Gift Your Whóre, Entry or CICB. All those people. Crime is crime. Dealing with crime all over the place. Right now it's time for Sakawa. Is it only Sakawa? Oh, Bosso. Cool down, Majid. Your name is very beautiful. Abdul Majid is the name of God. Is the name of God. You know that, right? Okay. Kwabimani says, Rasta preach to the youth. Emmanuel Dimfna says, Maggie Cube. What's the Maggie Cube, Dodo? James Agbeke says, more fire, Black Rasta. Abdul Rauf Osman says, Black, we are proud of you. Keep going. Keep going. No water can quench the fire. Majid Carlos says, the corruption, the politicians, they do cry, hasn't destroyed our name as a nation. Master, talk straight. Oh. Majid. He's saying that the corruption, it has spoiled our name. Corruption. Look at how they said Nigeria was fabulously corrupt. Did you hear that from that Prime Minister of England telling the Queen? Corruption is killing Africa. Our name is destroyed because of corruption. And those who are trying to stand up against corruption are those that they are praising. So if you say that hasn't even spoiled us, I don't know what you want. The day your friend Raymond Archer will come out for power, you then I'm all go make hot pass. Is that a threat? The next comment we get from you like this will take you out because you are not ready to. With or without Raymond, I've been here. Why are no chop hot? All those people who came and went. You're talking as if you were just born today. Do you know when we started this? I know chop hot from Titi. Even now I go chop hot. Or what hot are you talking about? Look at this boy. What are you talking about? Raymond Atta go come out power before me, Black Rasta, go chop hot. Hey, Bossu. Me I meet talk chop with Obama. I go Israel, sit and dine with Mahmoud Abbas. There's no country I go to and I can't meet the president. So, I don't know what brother is talking about. Cool down, cool down. James Agbeke says, watching you live from Sogakope. Mark Romeo Ofori says, watching you from Oakfield Superstore, Tesco's. Big up yourself. Adam Suleimana says, the truth is bitter, very bitter. That's why a lot of them are fighting back. Assure more. Assure more. They can't take it. That Black Rasta, what he go talk about again? What he go talk about? That Black Rasta, what he go talk about today? Peace and calm. Boko, we've made our point. Oye Boko. The next time we'll be on stage together. We are singing Rasta, Congo, 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 Congo. Congo, bongo. Pa, 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 pa. Now, a day. After we have corrected each other and everything goes good, then we are okay. Yes, we are okay. This is not the first time. Yeah. We agree to disagree time after time. We don't hate anybody. We hate attitudes. Say, Benjamin Tay, the general pathologist, says, Majid Carlos, if you steal your own money, no one would have a problem with you. But when you steal from someone else, you will face punishment. Ose Prempe the second says, Abronye Black Maria of Ohio, of Ohia, Black Maria of Ohia TV. It's not serious. Oh, you don't force it too much. Abronye Yabutre. Ebe. Or you didn't know too much. And I know Black Rasta no. Something Abronya could say for 20 seconds will make it 2 hours. He's saying the same thing. Cool down, Abronya. Me say, me baby foul. We'll go and eat. Me bow a sutro. How do they call it? Knock sutro. Say I kano. Koto. Me bow koto ba. Ko. Na kongoreka so guda. Te hey, shohuye. Ubenya cancer of the esophagus. Uyi hudu fosu. About me saying oh we are not afraid about me. Hey, Baumia. Baumia, my hear munyina wie. Ti momo line no still open. Momo choppers. Hey, rather. The country first, my brother. Alkaline say, ha, my, Black Rasta, Lozorios. Remonacha Nukrano. Or reporting me my FBI. Say, miti Lozorios kabimu, and I meet T. Bakuzo. Abronya FBI nimu. Masa Bobra. And una wumumuna FBI for sure. What's the word for poor? Quatrico. Abroye, FBI doesn't want you. You didn't call FBI crana. Hombe Iradino na woody. What's up? Well, life will be short. Nobody's looking for you. You understand? Easy. I mean, on a more serious note, let's not joke with things like this and make it look like it's a personal attack on things before you realize it's too late. Seydou Isaka says, Black Empire Media, good submission. Thank you. We appreciate you. We love you. All right. Raphael Bangbio says, watching you from Tema. Good job, Professor. Thank you. James Agbeke says, Black Rasta, love and respect. Benjamin Tay, the general pathologist, says, Malu Carlos, you couldn't decode the message. Michael Evans says, respect. Kobimani says, I love you, Rasta. Okay? I love you too. Okay, more comments. Lawson Jiwonu says, thanks, Black. King Shaggy says, we love you, Black Rasta. We love you too, King Shaggy. Majid Carlos says, Benjamin Tay, the general pathologist. Ha 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 ha. Abab now. You are right on point. Majid Carlos is coming home. The day I'm going out with Abronya, I will invite you to come and join. As for you, you know go get only Abronya. These days, people don't knock each other like that, right? In my days, it was... Some things don't happen anymore. Tete Edmond Adatio says, Black Rasta, God bless you. And bless you too, my youth. All right? More comments? Do we have more comments? Okay. Jenfi Eric says, Black Empire Media. To be honest, I really love and always love listening to you. But I'm asking... So all the money our politicians have stolen and still is ongoing. Who is that politician? Has been taken to jail. If truly you speak truth to power, come on, please, with all the due respect. I love you so much. But this one, okay. So what point are you making that I'm not talking about corrupt politicians? Is that a point you are making? Jamfi Eric, this is the first time I'm seeing your name. I don't know if you've been here. Oh, my brother, what made Ghanaians love me from the start was the fact that I was always talking against institutional crime from the start. Politicians. Me, if you see me fighting, I don't fight with musicians. No. Once in a while, I bite Shatta Wale small, they come and bite me. You understand? But I don't fight with musicians. I don't fight with police. And so I fight with politicians. We have mentioned politicians. Last week, we were even talking about, those politicians who went looking for sex when they should have been working. And we called the police to arrest them. Remember the Minister of Health? We asked the police to look for them. That's all we can do, brethren. So, no, if you do that, you let me feel like, boy, Juma papa. Pandi Pamang says, what are we doing to ourselves? It's sad. We are going to kill our nation. We all must come out and fight against this Sakawa thing. It's not helping us. Hamid Sule says, Salam alaikum. Because if America gets to realize that, hey, it's getting out of hand, we are coming for them, they are not even allowing, they just block you from coming to their country. And block other wires. You can't send money to America, America can't send money to you. They've done it to other countries. And I hate it when we have to go and beg. We should build our country, love our country, so that America will beg to come to our country. And we can't build our country when we have thieves all over the place. That be both politicians and non-politicians. Angie Blakk says more fire. Fastest God say we love you, Blakk. We love you too. Meto Michael says the truth is our only prayer. Kofi Diabolic says, come here. Fastest goal says Shatta should be arrested. He's the cause of all this FBI blah 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 influencing Ghanaian youth badly. I wouldn't be surprised if he comes out with a song again to say, yo, all scammers, you got to stop it now. New Year is coming, 2026, featuring Black Rasta. We'll do it together. I am more than ready. Somebody mention it to him. I know he will do it. And Sakawa and all that. Hey, do you know where this will go? But would he do it? For fear that scammers might not support one or two things that we are doing. We might not want to come out and do that. But it will be a good thing. Okay. Mega Winnerman says, Sam George defeated E.T. Mensah. Yeah, E.T. Mensah. Why did I say Sarah Mensah? Sarah Mensah. I was trying to remember E.T. I think the Maggie Q's. The flavor is entering my nose. Thank you so much. E.T. Mensah, not Sarah Mensah. E.T. Mensah. Yeah, not Sarah Mensah. You are right. Who is Sarah Mensah? Sarah Mensah, Kofanwe. You right. Thank you so much, Mega Winnerman. We appreciate you for that. It's E.T. Mensah. You realize that I was trying to... That's why I didn't mention Sarah Mensah the second time. I said a veteran politician. You are smart, this guy. Teacher psychology. When you're sure, don't mention it the second time. Kobe Che says, tuned legend. We need a mindset shift in Ghana. All the best. Very seriously. Now, within the last 2 days, I've realized that we truly need it. Seriously. Samuel Mensah says, Blakk, tell the youth to work. Young boy Juma. Kwame Kwashi says, Black Empire Media and Blakk, come here to the headquarters of the truth. Abdul Rauf Osman says, keep the fire blazing. Don Negro says, Black Rasta, respect all the time. Scare them. I always believe you no one talk the truth in Ghana more than you. You kindly stand for the president and we Ghanaians will vote for you and get all the freedom. I can't wait to vote for you, he says. Well, I would never stand for president. We will support people like President Mahama and the rest of them to be president and all that. If we see that you love them and they can support the nation. You understand? We are kingmakers. Musa Soul says, Rasta is the way. Thank you. And Samuel Sunday says, what at all is Kisi Ejabin still doing in that office? He should be sacked long ago. So you see, now Ghanaians are getting to see that papers were not even sent to America to have Ken Ofori-Atta back. You know, then people are saying, oh, why should they release Abu Trica? They too, they are not releasing this. They haven't sent any papers to America. They just did. Eric Taylor says, I think as a country we need to embark on a massive education and campaign like we do for all the others. Do same for Sakawa. You are on point. And then who is this? Nihosa says, Black, bro, please put sense into their skulls. Okay? Bishop the monarch says, out of jealousy and evil scammers snitch on each other, but not Raymond Archer. Thank you. Yeah, it's people snitching on each other and all that. And anyway, even with the snitching, FBI still takes time to grab people. They've been following Abu Trica for 2 years. Leosa said that Apio is destroying. No, Abronya doesn't drink. No. I think he blazes some of my herbs once in a while. Charles JP says, in fact, I don't know what is happening to some of these Ghanaians. Chairman Empire says, Black Rasta more fire to the NPP. Charles JP says, we said a lot of corruption, but when we want to clean the system, and they are complaining. That's the problem. I don't get Ghanaians. Say the place is dirty. We have come to sweep up the place and clean the place. Then you are crying. What is this? Francis Boa says, wow, Israel really done that, eh? Asemo. Yeah, they did that. So we want to write to them and ask them to give us our plane back. They and Lebanon. Evangelist Cosmos says, let the youth of Ghana go and read Jeremiah 9:20-24. All right? Okay. Evangelist Cosmos says, Black, we are doing a good job. May God, may the good Lord Jesus Christ bless you. Kamal Dini Moro says, Wayo is speaking truth to power. Mark Romeo Fori said, the future president Okujota Blakwa. Mark Upham Jr. says, they should let us have the scraps of the plane so we can sell it to condemn. Well, you see, it sounds funny, but it makes sense. But this is 68. Do they still have the scraps? But the point he's trying to make is that onto me my plane no crown on my end scraps. And cotton kakra. At least or better than losing everything. But we'll push for the plane. It makes sense. Yes. Abubakar Idrisu says, Black Rasta, I think Abronya is saying that you are in the payroll of Raymond. Yeah, that's what he said. Today, if I decide to take him to even a community court and say, prove it, then obey it. But I will never do it because I like that kind of, and I'm glad that they are recognizing that I'm doing the work. I'm getting deep information. I'm able to release CCTV videos of people's houses. Hey, if you're not trusted by the security, these things can never happen. Sometimes I get information 3-4 months before every other person, but I'm not supposed to release it. So I keep quiet and I watch. Like the 3 people that they are going to catch, I know them. Minimomo. Like I know their names, I don't know them personally. So those of you who think some people are included and all that. Okay, because you seem to be condemning whoever is arrested by them before even the judge convicts them. No. You see, what you must understand is that these are the state prosecutors. They are with us. We paid them to do this. So, if they are doing it, we say allegedly. This is what they are saying according to investigation. You hear me say that every time. So I'm not convicting them. I'm only reiterating what our people are saying. Okay? Raskaba says, my big brother Black Rasta, I always respect you and the great work you are doing for Mother Ghana. Please keep it up. And may Allah continue to bless you. Thank you so much, Raskaba. We love you. Jenny of the truth, right? Jenny of truth says, God richly bless you, the man of truth. May your journey in this space with the truth. Be blessed. Thank you. Alasan Tahiri says, Black Rasta, you are truly a historian with a lot of in-depth knowledge. Your live production is really educative. Thank you so much, Tahiri Alasan. Yeah. Ashanate says, Black, I know you have made so many enemies because of the truth, but the truth will protect you all the days of your life. Salute of patriotism. We love you. Thank you so much. I know today the program has been quite elongated. It's been 2 hours since we started. We want to say thank you so much for your patience. We love you. We appreciate you. The fact that you continue to be with us and spread the message of truth and patriotism. One day, you shall be rewarded with a beautiful nation where your children will grow in peace. And then you have no fear of bad people coming to destroy you. I can't wait to see a Ghana where Americans would go and queue and beg for visas to come into this country. And if they don't get their visas, they cry. They go to the church to pray in order to come to our country. I can't wait to see a Ghana where all the youth are employed and they are ready to make the country grow. There's nothing better than your country. You could be prosperous in South Africa, it's still not your country. You could be prosperous in Japan, it's still not your country. The Japanese man could walk up to you and tell him, Mosh Moshe, that means, go back to your country, you idiot. That's when you realize that, but what's the condition of your country? What we do today will manifest tomorrow. I could have kept quiet. I'm a land economist by training and also an oil and gas manager. I could have made so much money. You understand? From what I'm doing. And forget about everybody. But that's not my calling. On that day, he will say, I ask you to come and teach the youth. Train up the youth. Speak truth to power. But you behave like Jonah. You refuse to go to Nineveh. You shall be swallowed by the whale. May God have mercy on us. It's been another beautiful day. We love you and we want to say thank you. We catch you again tomorrow at 6 p.m. on the dot. In the interim, if you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, please do. And remember to hit on the notification button. Recommend us to others. Until then, hey-ya! Hey-yo! Wayo! Come on!